cookout, every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it.
Oh.
Nobody coming to the cookout.
Why you say that?
Because they talking about work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. John Muhammad coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day also, we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies, it's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Oh, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right? All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ICBK. Under Commander Jeremy Holland, started out at 121st Street in Harlem, New York, 1969. This is the ICBK Wednesday night Nashville Law class. I am priest and officer, Rabak Yasharala. In the ICBK, under Commander Jeremy Holland, since 1969, we've been teaching so-called Black Hispanics and Native American Indians that you are the true biblical Jews according to the word of the Most High God, that you are God's chosen people. Here in the ICBK, Commander Jeremy Holland, we're not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that is on the face of this earth. We're not affiliated with Islam. We're not affiliated with Christianity, not affiliated with Egyptology, Scientology, not affiliated with Judaism. None of that fake religion, what's going on throughout this earth. We are the ICBK, home of the truth, under Commander Jeremy Holland. My topic for tonight, I'll be talking about white supremacy will be judged by God. They will be. But if you let them tell it, they think that they have a place in heaven. They think that, they eat at 144,000 when they really don't even know the Bible. Because when you go through and do the research and you have to read the things that is in the Bible, then it's no way that you know that white supremacy, you don't have no type of place that's in the Bible. Like the Bible is not even talking to you. The Bible is not even written to you. Like it's no way that you could even have a clear indignation that anything that is going on in the Bible is pertaining to you when it's not. When it's not. I mean, when you look at how white supremacy has done overtaken everything, has done everything that they have done put their hands to, things have been destroyed. The unalive, the robbery, the rape, the mayhem at the hands of white supremacy. And still getting all in all, the pride that banner that they stand up under, they think that it's all about them. They think that, that they are of God when they don't even keep not one of the God's commandments. They don't do nothing that the Most High says. I mean, not nothing. They do not do nothing, not one thing. They don't keep not one high holy day. You know, when it comes to them, it's all about them, along with these other heathen nations as well. But when it comes to being the most wickedest, the most trifling, the most, man, the worst nation that is on the face of the earth, white supremacy, y'all reign supreme. Y'all reign supreme when it comes to that. Y'all do. Y'all really reign supreme when it comes to that. Like, it's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. I'm gonna go into these scriptures, give you some precepts to show you how white supremacy will be judged. Just to give you a little insight of what the Most High is saying about white supremacy and how they move, how they conduct themselves. And, you know, you let them tell it, hey, you know, they think that they sins have been nailed to the cross, their sins have been washed in the blood. Shalom on Christ, I'm a the water for checking in. You know, hit the like button, share. You know what to do, I'm a But yeah, man, let me get we gonna dive into some of these precepts. We gonna get into some of these precepts. Let me get Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 22. Because if you know, like how white supremacists say that they don't have no history, when you talk about their history, it ain't nothing nice. I mean, it's not nothing nice. Like, you know, they wanna sit and say that how Black people get a history month. Like, you know, where's ours? I haven't heard them say that. Like, where's our history month at? Why we don't get a history month? Shalom on Christ, out of one. The water for checking in. You got that?
Confirm.
All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 48, verse 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked.
There's no peace unto the wicked. When you look at who are the wicked, you know, we can say, I'm gonna give you all other 17 nations outside of God's chosen. But the most wickedest is white supremacy. Like, hands down, they are the most wickedest nation that is on the face of this earth. And even when you look at Job 9:24, when God say that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and I'm paraphrasing when I say this, it said, if so, then it talks about who are the judges thereof. Like, it's talking about who changed the faces of the judges. Because when you look at how they took Yahushua, who everyone outside of the ISUBK is known him as Christ, you know, they painted his face, and he was one of a righteous judge. So, you know, they painted his face and distorted that the picture of him to look like Caesar Borgia. And Caesar Borgia is a man that really existed. And by them doing that, you know what I'm saying, like white supremacy gave Black people this image so that we will look at them as being a superior people, that we will look at them for being a people that, like they don't have no fault. And by doing so, it imposed a thing called Stockholm Syndrome. And Stockholm Syndrome is something that God-chosen people suffer from, especially those that are not in the ISUPK, because Stockholm Syndrome is none other than a system that it's a system that when no matter how bad your slave master treats you, you will still try to find a way to love him. No matter how bad, no matter what he does, you will still try to find a way to love him. Even still to this day, even though you take God's chosen people that are not in the truth, they will look at they white counterpart, even a co-worker, like he's all right, he's this, he's that. But still yet in all, even on your job, if you call a slave, you will not get the same treatment. Black people don't have what you call black privileges, like how white people have white privileges. And we'll sit and think that, we as God-chosen people, especially, like I say, for ones that are not in the truth, we'll sit and look and say that all white people are not bad, all white people are not the same, and they are. You just don't want to look at them for who they are. You just don't want to look at them for, like what their forefathers have done and how their generation is still benefiting off of the unalive, off of going from this nation to that nation, this country to that country, rob, pillaging. As long as God chosen people that we sit and we go to work, come home, you make it home to your house, you get behind closed doors, you ain't buy nobody, you get to vote, you get some taxes, you get a little pat on the back when you at this job. Like that's all right with you. You really don't look at these people for who they really are. You really don't want to say that this is a people that hates God's chosen people. God's chosen people don't really want to admit that why are we being treated the way we are being treated. And two, Christianity has a lot to do with that. Still yet, the Martin Luther King spirit is still floating throughout this whole earth. And we still don't want to take accountability for us not stepping up to the plate, looking out for one another, us not coming together as a nation. As long as, and I haven't heard a lot of people say this, as long as it's not happening to me. Well, it's not happening to me, I'm all right. They might have did this, they might have did that. We always come up with some type of excuse. Let me get Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 7, verse 13. Mm-hmm. We'll turn a blind eye to what is going on with our own people until destruction, mayhem, knocks at your door. So when it knocks at your door, now you want to go and try to receive help. Now you want to come out from up under the little crazy thoughts that you had, and now you not only do you have your hand raised for help, you got both your hands held up. Now you want help. Now, it's wrong that I got treated like this. But then, even down to our own peoples that are outside the ISUPK, the Commander in Ohio, look at us like we crazy. Look at us for we telling you the truth to come back and serve the God of the Bible, come back and serve the nigger God. We been telling you since 1969 that your God is black. Why is it that every nation has a God that looks like them and they giving you, black people giving you a God that looks like them? The same people that had us in slavery, same people that have been unalive, the same people that has been doing the most to God's chosen people as giving you a God that looks like them, from the same people that took you through all kind of turmoil, hasn't taken you through all kinds of turmoil. And still, yet you accepted that. You accepted that because you want to get up out of the oppression. You want to come up out of being mistreated. You want to come up out of being talked to. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Read it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which hath been made crooked?
See? And who knows more than the Most High? But everything was made with a purpose. Everything was made for a reason. That which was made crooked, who can make straight? When you talk about the wicked, even the Most High said that the wicked was made for the day of evil. That the wicked was made for the day of evil. But then you take the average Christian, when you start reading the Bible as is, and I'm talking about the 1611 King James, they'll tell you that your interpretation, that's what you getting from it. When you read it as is, you breaking it down, because look at how wicked and evil white supremacy is. So they have a day that they have to go and in front of the Most High. The Most High is going to do away with these people. But you look at the ISPBK and say, we wrong for saying that. Christianity will tell you to love everybody. But how can you love a people that is unalive? How can you have remorse? How can you have sympathy? You think that the Most High really got love for these people? I mean, even if you were to take the Bible off the table for a second, don't you know when the Most High made the sun, he had black people in mind. Don't you know, especially in the summertime, you can go outside at a certain time of the day. I mean, when it's like at its hottest peak, and get vitamin D from the sun. It's no Caucasian that can go out and do that. There's no way that you can sit and say when the Most High made the sun, he had white supremacy in mind. No way. These people are a nation that is crazy. Like, it's no comparison. Even when you look at, when you take Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, how the Most High said that he made a special people unto himself, a people above all nations. So you have to ask yourself, who are these people? Because that special people is above white supremacy. That special people is above white supremacy. Shalom on Christ, to watch for checking in. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. That special people is above all people. So there's no way that you can say that God's chosen people is equal to white supremacy or any other nation for that matter, because it's not. It's not. It's not. Y'all some more I like that, but I see y'all share, sis. So watch for checking in, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let me get Psalms chapter 41 and verse 7. But if you listen to Christianity will have you thinking that God has made everybody equal when they do not take the time out and read the scriptures. They do not. And they just, A lot of them just run off emotions. A lot of them just run off of emotions.
Come on.
Salah. Psalm 41 and 7. You get it.
This is Psalms chapter 41, verse 7. All that hate me whisper together against me. Against me do they devise my hurt.
Listen, even in secrecy, behind closed doors, if you take look at the KKK, they have been whispering for many years. They have done imposed wickedness upon God's chosen people, even still to this day. I think, I don't know, probably about 2 weeks ago, I think they, I don't know, some group, I forgot the name of this group, but gave them like $1 million. $1 million. You gave a radical hate group that has been unaliving God's chosen people $1 million. So in other words, it's kind of like you gave them some money saying, thank you for the unaliving that you have done and hope this helps you continue doing the unaliving that you have been doing. And that is crazy. That is crazy. Like, you gave a hate group $1 million and America supposed to be the greatest country on the face of this earth, and you still have homeless people. You still have homeless people. You have poverty here in America. You mean to tell me you couldn't have went out and made better use with that $1 million? That's crazy. But this goes to show you the makeup of America. This goes to show you the makeup of white supremacy. By white supremacy, you will look at Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK, and you will say that we are a hate group. Like, it's no way. There's no way you can say that. It's no way you can say that, but you say that because of who we are. And you know that we are God's chosen people. You would try any and everything to try to get the ISUPK to disperse and stop teaching the words of the Most High. But little do you know, the Most High has ordained the ISUPK. So that would never. Let me get Psalms 58 and 2. So that would never. Like, y'all could have took that $1 million and try to close every abortion clinic from Maine to down to Florida and just start running all the way on the West Coast. Till you got up there like Washington, like Oregon, and then went all the way down to California. And could have went on and educated. You could have went on and educated a whole lot of young brothers and sisters. And education is, that don't take no money, but it's something that you really could have used that $1 million toward. For real. Instead of supporting a known hate group for years. Right? But let's go to show you that the earth is really given into the hands of the wicked. That the earth is really, it's no getting around that. And with each and every passing day, white supremacy, they turn it up more and more. they turns up more and more when you had it. All right, go ahead.
Come. This is Psalms 58, verse 2. Yea, in the heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
Yes. And this is the wicked. Like I said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And the wicked throughout this whole earth, everywhere that white supremacy has touched down, they have been caused mayhem. They have done, you name it, they have been done. Like, it's things that white supremacy has been done throughout this earth that person wouldn't even believe it. You know, like some of the things that they have done, like, you know, when they unalived some of God's chosen people, they took the skin, made shoes, belts. I mean, even what they did in that Turner, like, you know, you unalive this man and then you ate him, thinking that, you know, you was gonna get some type of power. You know? I mean, even down to like the story with the alligator bait. Like that was crazy.
Slovakia, in those in the Epstein files, to talk about the adrenochrome.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with that?
Adrenochrome, what got something to do with the brain?
Yeah. It's more twisted than that. So basically, it's them running tests on babies and children, and essentially like frightening them, putting them into extreme.
Yes, I heard about that.
And acting, like they're still
there's some type of adrenaline or something like they
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, I heard about that.
They said that taking it could like reverse aging effects or something to that effect. But I mean, they did the test, they did the trial, it's in the files.
But I did. I did hear about that. But one thing about with them aging, you know, they age like with downs. Like they done came out with so much. White supremacy hasn't came out and still trying to come out. Like they try everything under the sun, and it doesn't do nothing for them. Like it doesn't. So, you know, I mean, you take the average. You could take an average white person that's in the say 25, and you can put them up against a black person that's 47. And it's you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. You would not believe it. The age, but it's. I mean, when you look at the things that they have done, and when I say they don't have no remorse, they don't have no type of remorse. They don't show no type of sympathy. Like it's not, you know, they just like real animals. Real animals. They are, I mean, even down to the little Columbine. They haven't even made a law for that. Still yet, y'all still, you know, shooting on schools. Go ahead.
Slovakia, cunning hunters.
Yeah, it talks about that in Genesis when like Esau. They said that he was a man of the field. He was that's them. That's them though. You know what I'm saying? Like they are some real hunters. But they are people that will unalive you like it is no tomorrow. And this right here, I have heard stories about when they was in the Caucasus Mountains, how they was carrying on and this, that, and the third. But this right here, what I'm gonna have you read, like when you look at Psalms 55 and go to verse 20, start at verse 20 and 21.
Come.
Yes, comfortable. Well, I say comfortable with bloodshed. Yeah, white men are. Yeah, they are the devil. This right here was done unto our people, Native American Indians. And the Native American Indians, we was at peace with these people. And they took it upon themselves to break every peace treaty that they signed. Every peace treaty that, but it goes to show you the type of person that you're dealing with. Like, some treacherous people. You had it? All right.
This is Psalms 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against as be at peace with him. Salakia. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
All right. So now, broken his covenant. They made a covenant. Our brothers and sisters, Native American Indians, they say that they was gonna split what is known as America. Like, we take one side, y'all take one side. Because when they first got here, our brothers and sisters taught them how to survive, because they came upon some, like some really harsh times. So taught them. They taught them some of their ways. So and our brothers and Native American Indians, we was at peace. There ain't no different than today. Look at our Latino brothers, our black brothers and sisters. We be at peace with them, and still yet the only thing they want to do with us is unalive us. But this is the wickedness. This is the makeup of white supremacy mind. Like, no matter how you try to make peace with them, you is not gonna get that out of them. You is not gonna get that out of them. They do not know no kind of peace. They don't know no kind of peace. Well, go ahead and continue.
Verse 21. Salakia. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah. So, even though our brothers and sisters sat down and say, hey, we'll split America, they was talking good. So the word was smoother than butter. They're like, yes, we do that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine over 300 and some peace treaties y'all signed. And each and every one you signed, your intentions was, you already knew what you were going to do. You knew what you came to do as soon as you stepped foot off of that ship. You knew what you were going to do. So what was in your heart, meaning your mind, you came and did it. And you never turned back. You never looked back. You didn't have no type of remorse. And still yet to this day, you took the same land that was taken by bloodshed, and now you still benefit off of the land by selling the land, having people paying taxes on the land. You have them build buildings on the land that you renovate, that you renovate from, and you just a monster. White supremacy are some truly monsters. And you think that you're gonna not be judged? You think that the Most High just gonna let this go? You're going to get the reward in your hands. Especially how Christians like to say, God ain't no respect their persons. You're going to get what is coming to you. You shall reap what you sow. It is coming to you. Like no ifs, ands, and buts. Let me get Jeremiah 22 and 17.
Come.
So like we say, live your life. You are in your kingdom now. Live it up. Because every kingdom that has been established on the face of the earth has came to ruins. Has come to an end. So do what you do best. Be the animal that you are. Be the animal that you are. You have not been at peace with no one.
Come.
Yeah.
Come.
All right. You can read.
Oh, this one. This is Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 17. But thine eyes and thine heart are not but for thy covetousness, and for to shed innocent blood, and for oppression, and for violence, to do it.
Yes. You have been coveted everything. Everything that Black people have been, we haven't invented so many things. And y'all haven't lied and took credit for it. You still are oppressing God's chosen people. Still to this day. Still to this day. Y'all are snatching babies out of mothers' arms. Y'all are, this ICE thing is crazy. The people that are of God's chosen, you taking them off of their land. You are taking them off their land. And you are doing it on a daily basis. You are doing it on a daily basis, and for what? And these people have not done nothing to you. For you to be so cruel and so animalistic towards God's chosen people. They have not, like, y'all sit up and listen to Donald Trump talking about make America great again. America will never be great again. Just when America be great again, when that sky cracks. When that sky cracks and Yahweh shall come back with millions upon millions of angels, that's when America will be great again. That's right. When it come back in its rightful rulership. Mm-hmm. As for now, y'all done went too far, white supremacy. Y'all have done went too far. You don't know how to stop. You don't have no turn-on switch. You don't know how to say, we have been oppressing a people that have always been at peace with us, that have not done nothing to us. You don't know how to do that. You sit and oppress, unalive, steal, rape. You do the most. You do the most. And you have been committed crimes upon crimes. You have been committed crimes upon crimes to the point that you feel as though in your heart, in your mind, that you are doing a service that is justice for your peoples. And it's not. And it's not. Let me get Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. And you think that you fought for a land that you unalive for. You haven't came up with so many songs. You haven't came up with everything that you can think of to make yourself look good in the public eye. When in all actuality, you know that you are a beast of the field. You are the beast of the field. And the only way that you can be stopped, the Most High gonna have to stop. It's going to take the Most High to stop you. It's going to take the Most High to get rid of white supremacy. All right, you have it? All right.
This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
All right. It has been multiple crimes. It hasn't been multiple crimes, whereas white supremacy hasn't got away. It hasn't been multiple crimes where white supremacy hasn't got away. I mean, like one of the, I'm gonna come back and do. I'm gonna do another class because I have a book. And it's real illustrated. I forgot the name of this book, but it shows a lot of God's chosen people that have been hung, and all you see is white people surrounding these hangings. I'm talking about even down to they have little kids out there. One of the pictures, they hung a sister from a bridge. Like this book is, I mean, when you sit back and you think about that, when you sit back and think about the crimes of white supremacy and how they continue to do, like these are vile people. These are people that, you know, like the scriptures say, they don't have no regard for the young or the old. They don't. Like this is all they know. That's why when this kingdom passed away, this kingdom would never be the same for them again. They will never be in rulership. The only thing that they'll have, let me tell you what they'll have rulership over. They'll have rulership over the dog cage that they crawl in. They'll have rulership over the garden hoe that they swing, or the shovel that they using to dig something. They have rulership over putting their hands out, getting water in their hands, and slurping it up from their hands. You will have rulership over things like that. But as far as how America is being run in 2026, it will never go back to that. It won't ever. It won't ever go back to what you're seeing right now. It won't ever. Thus saith the Lord. Let me get Psalms. Let me get Psalm chapter 10. And we're gonna start at verse 4. That's why it makes sense that Yahweh Shai has to come back. Yahweh Shai, he gotta come back, because if Yahweh Shai does not return, America as you know it will keep going on and on. The unalive will keep going on and on. God's chosen people will keep getting oppressed, keep getting unalive. We would not see the light of day if Christ does not return. Christianity will keep going on and on and on. The lying, the crimes, it's gonna keep going on and on. That's why it do make sense that for Yahweh Shai to return. It does. Because everything, as you know, that is going on in America will keep going on. It will keep going on and on until like chaos is running rapid all throughout America. It will run rapid. Like it won't be nowhere that a person can go and like you won't even be able to walk your dog down the street. You won't even be able to go sit in a park. You think that a movie theater is being shot up. You think that these little Columbine boys is still going into schools doing crazy. You think that you being robbed at gunpoint is gonna be way worse than that. If Christ does not come back, it is going to be so chaotic America has to be established, has to be ordered. All right, you have
Come. So this is Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts.
You see right here, and this is talking about the wicked. This is white supremacy. This is their thoughts as of today in 2026. The Most High is not in none of their thoughts. I mean, you can see it like say it in the pride of his countenance, in the pride of his face. It's not in none of his thoughts. Because if white supremacy was about doing the things that the Most High would do, you wouldn't see no abortion clinics. You wouldn't even something as small as seafood restaurants. You wouldn't even have them. You wouldn't even have all these trap houses that being open early on Sunday morning. You would not have not one of them. You would not see a man going to the courthouse or a man standing in a church talking about he getting hitched to another man. You would not see that in women. You would not see them representing this LGBT whatever. You would not see none of that going on. If white supremacy was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, America would not be what it is today. It would not be. It wouldn't be. Well, go ahead, bro.
Verse 5, Shalaki. God is not in all his thoughts. Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Thinking that he is the big man on campus. White supremacy has so much pride till he thinks that he is better than any other nation that is on the face of this earth. White supremacy has white privileges. They don't have no peace with them. You can't make peace with them. That's why other nations, when they come over here to America, you know, it's all about what they have heard, the American dream. And the American dream consists of getting the American dollar. That's all it's about. So when it comes to white supremacy, do we have enemies? On every continent that is on the face of this earth, he has enemies. That's why when World War III breaks out and it really, really pops off, yes. What you say, how can we combat white supremacy? Let me see, comfortable, what is it, table bloodshed. How you combat white supremacy? You're gonna combat white supremacy, the Most High is going to deal with it. But just stay tuned. Just stay tuned and you will hear for the question how we combat white supremacy. You will hear it being read. Just stay tuned. All right, go ahead, continue.
All right, verse 6. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversary.
That's right.
Salaki, adversity.
Adversity, yes, adversity. Adversity, you know what adversity means?
Okay. Con.
Yeah?
Con.
All right, so you know. Hey, can't get around the Most High words, man. The Most High, this Bible is got some age on it, but it still is alive to this day. Because even the Most High is talking about the wicked, and he has said in his heart, I should not be moved. White supremacy mean that. White supremacy mean that. Like if you look at take Trump for instance. Trump feel like in his mind that he is not going to be moved out of the White House. Like if he goes up for a third election, and I feel like if he get it, I feel like he might try to come up with a law that states that he'll be the president from here on out. Might try to just say, yo, look, let's just go on and do this little, try to run a little dictatorship and stuff like that. As far as saying that he'll never be in adversity, he'll never go through hardship. He'll never go through hardship. He'll never go through difficult times. And white supremacy has improved that throughout centuries. Set aside from them going into other countries and robbing other countries, they haven't brought tons upon tons of drugs into America. They have built. Hey, America has the most penitentiaries. Each and every inmate in there, they get money off of them. They get money. I'm talking about crazy money. Like even you take a chain gang, free labor, and they benefit from that because they'll put you behind bars for X amount of years and then get money off of you for the X amount of years that you're there. And it's just crazy. But go ahead.
Verse 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and pride. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Verse 8, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily, Salakia, set against the poor.
Yes, he do sit in the lurking places. So this is that, like that hunting technique, you know what I'm saying? And unaliving the poor. I said on the innocent. I mean, I don't know. You could take they haven't took God chosen people and haven't put them in penitentiaries for years. I've read a story. Man got locked up when he was like about 17. This was like in the 60s. They kept this man until he was like, I think 68. You talking 16, 17 to you 68. You have not been outside. And now, DNA.
They just had on there where this man went to jail when he was 18 and he got out when he was 57. And the whole time he didn't even commit the crime. They said it was the longest in history someone been in jail and was found that he didn't do the crime.
Yeah, because they done came out with DNA.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't came out with DNA. Yes. Okay, we got a question. Is a following up on the previous idea of revolution inspired by and trusting in the Most High? Should we mobilize to recruit more disciples to further the ideology? I mean, we doing that here in the ISUBK and Commander General Yohana. But what we do in the ISUBK and the Commander General Yohana is we going in the highways and byways. We doing Zephaniah 2-1. We going together to gather a nation that is not desired, and that is Israelites, that is God's chosen people. And to further elaborate, well, to add on to the answer to your question, Commander General Hahn hasn't taught us how to serve the Most High and to come out of this mind frame that stop living according to the world and start living according to the Most High. That just answer your question. So our thing here in the ISUBK, what we do here in the ISUBK, Commander Jerry Hunt, we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't do John 2:15, like, it says, love not the world nor the thing that is of the world. For if any man love the world, he's an enemy of God. So we have been washed off the old man and then put on a new man, which is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Like, we have been put on the spirit of the Most High. If that answers your question. All right, let me get Psalms 49 and 11. Come. And this right here, you can't sit and go into the scriptures with white supremacy. You can't sit and tell white supremacy or any other nation about themselves, because they have certain spirits on them that they'll be like this right here. How do you know that you are reading the true words of God? But then when you go and start giving them certain precepts and start talking about this and that and third, then you have a better, they can get a better understanding, whether they want to accept it or not. That's why the Most High said that, precepts upon precepts. Because once you start using precepts and then you start going line upon line, here a little, there a little, going from New Testament, Old Testament, back to the New Testament. Once you start talking and teaching like that, then the Bible starts talking to you. The Bible starts talking to you, and you can have a better understanding of the Bible instead of listening to Christianity. When Christianity tells you, like if you was to go ask any average Christian, how do I read the Bible? They're not gonna tell you what God said. They're gonna come out and say something like this right here. Well, you can start off by reading all of John. So you mean to tell me that even if you start out reading John, you think Hosea wouldn't have a precept to match up with what is being said in John? You don't think that you can go and get a precept for Daniel, this and that, third, like they would just have you just going on, staying in one place when the scriptures don't even tell you that. Yeah, go ahead.
Salaki, what was the verse in Psalms 49?
Verse 11, Salaki. It's verse 11.
Go on.
Shalom, Lord of Christ. Taylor Prince. The water for checking in. Hit the like button, subscribe and shit. And you have it. You ready? All right.
This is Psalms 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
And that's right here. If you know anything about history, like you could look at like when white supremacy took over all of America, they was naming lands after them, streets, like Jamestown, Virginia, like Texas. I want to say Texas, yes. Like Montana, yeah.
St. Augustine.
Yeah, they was naming places after them, and just like the Most High said, and they're dwelling places to all generations. So what they are doing the land that they unalive for, they're handed down. Here, your son get so many acres over here. They give the daughter so many acres. They teach their kids not to give this land up. They embed this in them, not to give this land up, but still yet you will go and the land that you done unalive for, you will put your name on it and make money off of it. And make money off of it still to this day. And it's crazy. But there's no getting around the Most High. There's no getting around the Most High. And in Christianity, you would not be taught the things that is of the Most High. You would not be taught the things that is of the Most High. Let me get Proverbs 15 and verse 3. You would not be taught the things that is of the Most High. You will hear what they call smooth sayings. You will get a pat on the back, brother. Thank you for coming out. Glad to see you. How's the family? But you would not get no type of general breakdown that is coming from the Most High. They might read a little script or something, then next thing you know, you're gonna get a whole lot of dancing, jumping around. You're gonna get that. But as far as you really getting precepts upon precepts, you're not gonna get that. You're not. You will not get that understanding. You can read it when you have it.
Come on. So this is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 25.
No, come on, verse 3.
Verse 3.
Yeah. So you took it out.
All right. So this is verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Yeah. So even with white supremacy calling themselves Christians, you don't know how to hold nobody accountable. You don't know how to take a person to counsel. You don't know how to tell somebody. And then too, I done seen KK members call themselves Baptists. I want to say they the ones started that. They are the ones that have started that, but they don't hold themselves accountable. You call yourself a Christian and you still unalive. You still doing the things that, the desires of your heart. You still being the wickedness of this earth. You're still doing it. Let me get 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles chapter 16. And we're gonna start at verse 9. Because like I say, if white supremacy really knew the Bible, then you would be doing the thing that is of the Most High. Even if you knew that you wasn't going into the kingdom of heaven like you think you are. Because there's no way that you can sit and think that all this wickedness that's going on, that the Most High is going to have a place for you in heaven. There's no way. And there's no way, like I say, you don't know the Bible. But I say, where does the Most High stand on immigration? That's a good question. That's a good question. Well, the Most High doesn't like immigration because, and the reason I say that the Most High does not like immigration because you have a people that was already here on this land. which was the Native American Empire, which was the Native American Indians. So, and they was at peace with the people that came and unalived them. So, the most I could give you I can give you a quick scripture. What is it? Comfortable table. Hold on, let me give you a quick scripture. When you look at Lamentations, this whole what you got, young man.
Compound.
I'm gonna give you a quick scripture, and I'm gonna see if this right here. I answer your question when it comes to immigration. The most I say that Lamentations chapter 4 and 18. Well, I'm gonna go up to 17 because when you look at immigration and look at how our Israelite brothers, if you don't know what I mean by Israelites, I'm gonna shed a little light on our Mexican brothers and sisters, how they voted for Trump. So now listen to this. It says in Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet fell for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. So our Mexican brothers, they voted for Trump, thinking that Trump was going to help us out, which he didn't. Verse 18, it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So now, guess what? When our Mexican brothers and sisters voted for Trump turned around a lie, which what the wicked do, and deported people off their own land. So now you have to say to yourself, who really is how can you be an immigrant on stolen land? Go ahead.
Slack here, sir, if I could. I'm going to add another angle to the immigration situation. Our Zebulonian brothers, as well as our Issacharite brothers, right? The land of America, from what's now North America to Central America, was all one place at one time. It was all one land.
Mm-hmm.
So all those indigenous people were all looking through here up to Canada. So when we talk about immigration and deportation, deport who? Immigrant who? You know what I'm saying? They're all indigenous to here. Then we go back to Slovakia, if I could. Then we go back to the people that are naming lands after themselves. Who's it belong to? Who's supposed to be here? Who should be kicked out? Is a better question. Baba Kasha.
Nah, you too wild. You too wild. Good answer. Yes. I can't. Let me see. What they say? Comfortable table. All right, comfortable table. If that sheds some light on your question. Good.
Okay.
All right.
So this is 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. Herein thou hast done foolishly. Therefore, from henceforth, thou shalt have wars.
Listen. White supremacy has been going to war more than any nation on the face of this earth. They have been going to war more. Man, you can look this up. I did the research. I just forgot the year that they started. White supremacy has been going to war more than any nation on the face of the earth. They have been went and invaded countries when countries wasn't even having a dispute with them. And y'all had to went and then y'all had did the most. That's why white supremacy don't even know what's in store for them. They can't do this. So, they have invaded so many other nations' space that I'm quite sure they probably forgot. I'm quite sure that they have done forgot this, forgot that, but they don't forget to unalive. They don't forget to rob you when they have a chance to. They don't forget to, oppress you. They don't forget to mistreat you. They don't forget to let you know that they want to be, like the head man in charge. Let me get Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. And they're gonna keep doing that until that sky's cracked. Like, the Most High really gonna have to deal with white supremacy. Really gonna have to, there's no way around that. It is no getting around that, because white supremacy feel like if you get in their way, like, they will move you. They feel like they are the top notch, the number one nation. And like I said, it's gonna take the Most High to really deal with them. And the Most High is going to deal with them. The Most High is going to really, really deal with them according to these scriptures. And it's not gonna be a good look.
All right. This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah, because white supremacy, they think that they don't have no words. They think that they don't have no words. They think that, you look at Psalm chapter 10, and you go in verse, like, starting at verse 4 and going through that, they think that they cannot be touched. They'll tell you that who gonna move me on my spot? Like, it's nothing that nobody can do. There's nothing that nobody can do that will move them out their spot. But little do they know. The Most High said that I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. The displeased part, they helped forward that. When the Most High said that he was displeased just a little, and they helped forward that, yes.
Well, okay, sure, if I could. Going back to what you were talking about with when, white supremacy started going to war, these countries started going to war. It reminds me a lot of what's it called? A habitual liar. There's a better word for habitual, but like a liar that just can't stop lying. And so they just keep lying to defend the lie rather than saying, hey, look, I lied, I messed up, bunny on me, let me just take this L real quick. They just keep lying to keep doubling down. And the worst part is that, or the best part, I guess, is that us out here in the streets, we know, we can see it. You know, the small man, if you will, we can see it. We know. But the truth that we know, that we get to, I guess, talk about amongst ourselves is not the surmounting truth that makes it out into the public and into the press and all the things. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because being that, you know, you're a habitual liar and you know you can't stop. I don't know, I guess you got that kind of spirit on you, like, yo, I'm not gonna stop. But you have to be a person that has a certain spirit on you that you would want to stop. Like, you know, like, all right, like, what kind of word I'm looking for? You gotta have some type of remorse. You gotta have some type of remorse about you. You gotta say, all right, let me stop doing that. That ain't no different than, you know, you take a person that's stealing, and they call a person that steals, what, a klepto?
Yeah,
Kleptomaniac, something like that. And
fingers.
So it comes a point in time to whereas, you know, I guess the person be like, yo, I'm fed up with it. I can't keep living like this. You know, but when it comes to the wicked, you know, like it says in Psalms, let me get this real quick, man. Let me show you what the Most High said about this. Psalms 58 and verse 3. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And but see, this goes to show you that the Most High words are living words. Like I seen a show one time. I seen a little clip. This is back in 2017. I seen a little clip. This white woman was talking to her daughter, but she was filming her daughter, and she asked her daughter, you know, it started as a little joke. She was like, "Who broke into the house? You seen who broke into the house?" The little girl looked at her mother and said, "Yeah." Now this little girl had to be about 2 going on 3. But the little girl, she could speak. You could tell that she wasn't like 5, 6, 7. You could tell she was young. So the mother said, "You seen who broke in the house? Who broke in the house?" The mother said, "You seen who broke?" She said, "Yeah." So the mother said, "Who broke in the house?" The little girl said, "It was a black man." Stuff like that. Stuff like that has caused, like Rosewood, caused to be burned down. There was a town in Central Park, burned down. And all this was done by white supremacy, Black Wall Street, bomb. All because white female lied. But see, I don't feel like they realize that they don't realize. It's just to the point that they don't care. It's just to the point that they don't care. I mean, like that's in their nature. But the Most I said it better. As soon as they be born, they go a straight line. Go a straight line. But whenever you get that, you can
What was
it's Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 11. But they are right though. They are right with the lies. They don't care nothing about hurt nobody's feelings. And even if you have some white men in 2026, if they do say something, they'll come back and they'll tell you a lie. And then if they see that, because I haven't seen them at work too, if they see that it offended you, they'll come back and lie and say, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that." But God say, "Out of the mouth come the abundance of the heart." So whatever your mouth spoke, that's what your heart was thinking. And I'm talking about your mind. So that's just how they do. That's how they get down with the things they say. You got it?
Come on.
All right.
So this is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, Salakia. For the reward of his hands shall be given him.
So the word woe, you know what woe means?
Destruction.
Yes, death. Destruction, death, yes. So this is the Most High saying now, this is the Most High talking to the wicked. So, the wicked, like the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So, it's like death, destruction. I like to use destruction first. Because after destruction, then comes like death. Let me get Exodus 21:16. For white supremacy, they won't ever stop. They can't never get enough. Like they don't have no kind of turn off switch. They don't have no kind of turn off switch. And I'm a firm believer. I believe in the words of the Most High. Like everything in this book, I believe it. Everything that is written in this book, everything that's in the Apocrypha, I believe it. I take it for face value. Like it's no getting around the prophecy that is in this book. It is no getting around what the Most High said and what is up and coming. It is no getting around it. Whatever you have.
Okay. This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 15. And he that smiteth his father.
No. Exodus 21:16. It says, and he that stealeth.
Verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
I just wanted to show you how 16. Reading this goes to show you how much of a wicked nation of people white supremacy is. Because still yet to this day, y'all still have God's chosen people that you have stolen, and they are still in your hands. This is going to show you how wicked you are. This is going to show you that you are not a people of God, because in the Bible tells you how to deal with slaves. The Bible tells you that you can only hold a slave for X amount of years and you have to let him go. So upon letting him go, the things that he has been established, give that to him and let him go. But when white supremacy has taken God's chosen people into slavery, they took it to a whole nother level. The unaliving. Like stories, like if you really go down that rabbit hole into slavery, you will see how diabolical white supremacy was. And still yet to this day. You will see that these people are not who they portray themselves to be. They are not. That's the Most High gonna have to deal with. Let me get so now I'm gonna talk about their destruction. Talk about some of their destruction. Let me get Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14, and you can start Start at verse 1. So now this is for all nations, including white supremacy. You know, like I said, when it comes down to being the most cruelest nation that you could think of, white supremacy, y'all hold the #1 spot. Y'all had that spot. And y'all don't even think that it should be to a point that you should want to say to yourself, it's time for me to stop doing what I do. But you don't, because you don't care. As long as you can continue to do what you do and get what you get, you know, like the Most High said, you don't have him in none of your thoughts. Not one. It's all about you. You have a lot of pride with yourself. And that's how you were raised. That's how you are going to leave all the pride that you have. And you have to believe.
Come. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 20.
No. Isaiah 14 and verse 1.
Why did I say that? So I get verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
So now these strangers are other nations. These strangers are other nations. Jacob is the forefather that had 12 sons, which his name was later changed to Israel. So this is talking about these other nations and what is going to happen with them. All right, you continue.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Yes. So, you know, white supremacy along with other nations, you are going into slavery. You are going into slavery. And when these other nations go into slavery, it's going to be forever. Like there's no expiration date on forever. It is not one expiration date on forever. Let me get Revelations. Let me get Revelations chapter 13. Let's start at verse 9. But if you let white supremacy tell you, like, nothing is going to happen. They have the greatest military on the face of the earth. Like, it's nothing that can move them out of their position. This is how white supremacy think. This is how they move. Their pride has done deceived them for many years. Their pride has been, they got them to the point that, you know, they feel like they have this, they have that, you know, set aside from them thinking that, yo, you know, we are the greatest nation that is on the face of the earth. Like, yo, it's nothing that can be done to us. If you had that, you can read it.
So, okay, you want me to start at 9?
Okay.
Okay. So this is Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yes, if any man have an ear, let him hear. You know, and this right here is real simple. But when this precept being brought out, you have a lot of people, especially God's chosen people, are saying that this is, you know, they'll be like, you interpreting that wrong. When we reading it word for word as is, we reading it word for word as is. White supremacy and other nations are going under this. Like there's no getting around it. They are going under this. 13. Salah, verse 10.
Come on. This is verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
And that word shall means up and coming. This is up and coming, like this is going to happen. So we all know who led who into captivity. Like, and for people that really don't have a good understanding of who, like, come on. In 2026, like this, I mean, you can ask some little kids in middle school without even throwing a color bearer into play and just ask them. So you can look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16, full detail. It'll tell you. It will tell you. But go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So this right here, I'll become a future prophecy. So we know that white supremacy has been unalived with the sword. They have, still is. They have been unalived with the sword, and they still is. All right, you can finish.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the saints are Israelites, God's chosen people. The saints are Israelites. This is God's chosen people. So I have some more. Let me get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 20. So this is white supremacy along with other nations. This is your reward. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. There's no getting around this. This is up and coming future prophecy that you are hearing. So you cannot sit and say that whosoever believes in the Lord should not perish. That is not talking to everybody. You can't sit and say that if you believe in the Lord, whosoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. You can't do that either. You can't do that. You can't talk about no rapture. You can't. When you had it,
Come on. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Come on.
Right.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
That's right. So all that, like how you looked at Psalms. Let me see what that was. Like Psalms 49 and 11, where you talking about how they name cities after them. But that's a kind of paraphrase. That won't happen no more. Isaiah 40 and Isaiah 14 and 21 will do away with that. Let me get Isaiah 60 and 12. So now for those that are sit and say that you know, this not gonna happen, that's not gonna happen. It is. It is going to happen. Thus says the Lord. So, it's no getting around that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that white supremacy and other nations, they don't know the Bible like the ISUPK under Commander General Young. You don't. This truth started in ISUPK, 1969. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
Yes. So the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee. This is talking about other nations serving God's chosen people. 12 tribes of Israel. Israelites. Continue.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Hey, that is up and coming. That is up and coming. Let me get Amos. Amos chapter 9. Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. But once again, Christianity, you say things that is pleasable to you. You don't go fully and you don't break no scripture down. You don't use no precepts. So Christianity is a whole lot of holding hands. Christianity, what you see out in society, out in the world, has been taking place behind closed doors. Christianity don't serve the Most High. They don't. Never have. And they are not doing it today. Christianity is it's $1 billion business. It's a business that, it's not in the pot. It's in between Obadiah and Joel. So oh yeah, all right.
All right, so this is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
So America has to burn. Let me get Obadiah 1 and 15. So America, you gotta burn. You have to. Because if you don't, you're gonna continue to be in a corrupt nation. Yeah.
So what was the chapter? Obadiah 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's just one chapter, but you got like verses. Like you got it's like 21 verses in that one chapter. So it's verse 15. And America and white supremacy hasn't told so many lies till they will have you thinking that you can like be this and that and the third, and you're not. Like America was built off of bloodshed. It was built off of lies. It was built off corruption. It was built off a handshake that didn't match the smile. It was built off of nothing good. Nothing good. And white supremacy never had God in none of their thoughts. They just moved according to what they wanted to do, what was suitable for them, what was pleasable for them. Each and every move whether you unalive somebody, it resulted in you getting money. It resulted in you gaining power. It resulted in you making yourself look like you was the top nation, making you look like you was a real wealthy country. But behind closed doors, if you really saw what was really going on, you would know white supremacy, you was nothing. Nothing. I mean, like nothing. You was nothing to the Mossad. You have it?
So this is Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Listen, that's the upcoming future prophecy. There's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. You know, white supremacy, somewhere along the line, you should just repent. Repent and try to turn away from your evil doing. But you have too much pride. Your pride would not let you do that. Yeah.
Slav, sir. If I could. So, question. Since Genesis, Edom has been written to have this sort of nature, right? Of being the cunning hunter, being, this, all that we've been seeing, all that you've been bringing out through the precepts, all that we see in media and all the things. Do you think that it is possible
I kind of know where you're going though.
to actually do that, or do we have to just ride with the fact that, or ride with the idea that they can't?
That they can't what? Turn from their wicked ways. You got to look at. Remember. Let me show you this. This is why we say that America is Babylon the Great. Remember how when we was in Egypt, Moses went to Pharaoh.
Come on.
All them plagues that came upon Pharaoh and his people.
Come.
Pharaoh told Moses, look, I'll let you go. But in his heart, he was lying.
Yeah.
That ain't no different than the plague that haven't came upon America. And plagues are still yet to come.
Come.
You have Trump now. He done got a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Trump thinking he Christ. You have Trump with the picture of him touching somebody. But to answer your question, I don't think that white supremacy would do that. I don't, I feel like the Most High has to harden their heart to show you that the words of this Bible are true words. And these prophecies are going to be fulfilled. They are going to be carried out. Go ahead.
Piggybacking off of what you brought out about Pharaoh, scripture also mentions that the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, or made Pharaoh a sort of an adversary to show his own might and mercy, So, I guess to show what he's willing to do for his people,
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think that it's written into the plot for them to come clean.
The Most High unalive Pharaoh's son, all the firstborn of the cattle. The Most High even unalive mosquitoes. The Most High ain't nothing to play with. But Pharaoh, you played your part, lied, and this, and that, and third. So now when we going through the Red Sea, this, and that, and third, y'all, you coming, you done gathered up your little crew, y'all coming, like, y'all come on in chariots and this, and that, and third. It's gonna be like that you're gonna see some things that go on here in America that white supremacy is not going to submit and say, okay, I see that we haven't done this, we haven't done that. Let us repent, let us do this, let us now. They still trying to, white supremacy is still going after other countries. Look at how they doing the straight or whatever that's called. Yeah, you still doing that. You got other things that you trying to do. You don't have God nowhere in none of your thoughts. You doing what is pleasurable and pleasurable to you. That's not in the line. Yeah, they don't have the Most High in none of their thoughts, because if they did, the things of this world, they would have been done away with. They would have been done with. You know, what you see, they gonna turn up. They're gonna turn up and they're gonna keep doing the most, and it's just gonna keep going up and up and up and up. I don't see them. Nah, I don't see them doing no repenting and nothing like that. They don't fear God. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. And God said, fools hate, fools despise instruction, hate instruction. I'm trying to paraphrase, but I can. Let's see. They say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know, so like the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. What verse is that? That's 1 and 7. Of what chapter? Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. Yeah. Hey, the water to everybody that tuned in. Powerful class tomorrow. Scripture breakdown, powerful class. And 7 to 9. Y'all tune in. And you can't. I'm gonna say this here. Being in this truth, listening to this truth, you can never get enough of it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. I'm kind of paraphrasing when I say it. It's the whole duty of man is to serve the Most High. It's to serve the Most High. Well, I got it right here. It says, let us, so like Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13, it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So, when come man, the woman can follow, and because man is following Christ, who is following the Most High. So that is an order. I just put the order in kind of reverse. You know what I'm saying? You got the Most High, the house, man, the woman, the children. So that is the duty of the old man, you know what I'm saying, is to fear God and keep his commandments. And keep his commandments. In the day and age now, that you gotta get right with the Most High. You gotta serve the Most High. Like, if you should be tired of going through what you're going through, the only solution, the only way out is to serve the Most High. Like I said, the water to everybody that tuned into the class. Powerful class of more scripture breakdown. Everybody tune in 7 to 9. I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to my brothers. How about Shimi Hasha? Rock Thumb, Salat. To my sister, Yahweh Shemor Alathon, Basham, Yahweh Shah. Class dismissed.
ain't nobody coming to the cookout. Every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it
Oh,
nobody coming to the cookout.
why you say that?
Because they probably got work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. Jeremiah Hyman coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day also, we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies, it's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Oh, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.